we'll be hearing from Gavin through the afternoon as well. So the PNG Hunters on the field in their distinctive, mainly dark colours with the red and yellow. The Tigers even more distinctive, that great Tiger jersey, the black and the gold. So not a great deal of breeze around the ground right now as we have a look at the out there. Not too much breeze.
Perfect conditions really for this Intrust Super Cup. There's the kickoff by the Hunters, taken up initially there by Brett Grinke. Gets it up almost to the 20-metre line. Very important, and the penalty straight away. The very first ruck play, and a penalty comes straight away to the East Tigers, and a great opportunity to get out of their own territory with a minimum of fuss.
Yeah, that is a gift. Players can't afford to give away a penalty that early. I mean, nobody's tired. You've got to get off in quick time and get back your 10 metres without hesitation early in the game. So here go the Tigers, coming out of their own territory, crossing the halfway line. It's a good-looking lineup for the Tigers today. They really have got to put it together. And there's Billy Walters in at dummy half. It comes out through the hands of Oles to Croft. Croft puts it forward. I think it's gone forward.
Kafusi.
Scott Drinkwater was cutting through the hole.
Yeah. And I think Kafusi was the one who lost the ball. Punishing tackle right around the midriff, and they can expect plenty of that from the Hunters. They are a very strong, hard side, and you'll know you've had a game of football after you've played the Papua New Guinea Hunters. Premiers from last year. Haven't had as strong a year.
Never won here at Suzuki Stadium, though they have got that good recent record against these. What is it? Won 3 in a row.
Yeah, I think they have. So yeah, but the stadium hasn't suited them to date, but no reason why it won't suit them this afternoon and early evening. Absolute perfect conditions, as Lauren said. Hardly a breeze, not a cloud in the sky. We're going to have sunshine up to half time. And now the Hunters, after a very, very long scrum lesson.
Well, one of the trainers was out there for a moment giving some attention to one of the players, but
we still need a repack of this scrum after all that time.
There's a lot of attention going into this scrum. The referee's telling the Hunter front row where to place their feet. Now, at Intrust Super Cup level, I don't think this is what a referee needs to be doing.
Under sevens it might be all right.
Shouldn't need to be doing anyway.
Under sevens it's okay, but after that, I don't think so.
With Charlie Simon playing at 5/8 today for the Hunters, and Butler Morris on the wing there, different positions for them, and in fact both of them coming into the side this week, with Eden Gebi out injured, who's scored 5 tries this season, and also Ase Boas unavailable the last week and this week, but Watson Boas is out there, of course. And now taking it forward is Dilbert Isak, the 25-year-old, crosses the halfway line. Good shape here, the Hunters, just hitting it up close to the ruck down the right-hand edge.
Pass tackle.
Not too far out as it's played back. The pass goes deep, and the kick ahead from Charlie Simon. Taken back there by Drinkwater. Back in the corner. And here's Chase Blair going into dummy half. Decides to pass away to McAnally. Hunters up quickly. Leading the charge there was Radi Brawa. And now heavy work for Connor Carey. The Hunters ripping in here. This is good strong defence from them, led again by Isak. One of the players there for the Tigers slipping over. And that was Svensson. Now Billy Walters goes from dummy half, throws a little dummy, but no one fell for it. Holds a dummy half, but the penalty's gone against the Hunters late in the tackle count. That's costly.
Well, it's very costly. On 2 occasions, the Tigers have tried to bring the ball out of their own territory in the early minutes of the first half. They got a penalty off the first tackle of the first set of 6. Lost it later on, and then now right on that one. Well, that makes a huge opportunity now for the Tigers to go straight on the attack. Blair just settles one down, takes it forward, wearing 18 but playing left centre. And again, as you preempted, Warren, Billy Walters going in there to dummy half. Oles, of course, is a half in his own right. Ollie Oles, who'll wear 9, so looks like they'll alternate. There's Billy Walters again calling the shots from there. Steps out of dummy half, goes forward, pass back on the inside by Brody Croft. I think he picked up the big fellow in Grote. Good quick play, the ball. Oh, charging run, did he hold it? Lost it. Lost it just at that last moment. A surging effort, tried to a big punch play close to the ruck.
Yeah, it was a near thing for Svensson going close there. A couple of inside plays. I thought they might have gone left there, the Tigers, mainly because the Hunters' defence on its right side hadn't really set up, but instead Billy Walters came to the right and they tried to slice through with the inside pass. We saw Grote go close and then Svensson had to go on the next play. So pressure there from the Tigers was good on the back of the penalty, but no result for it. So just checking to see that this is, yeah, it'll be a scrum feed to the Hunters here. Watson Boas has it.
So you've got to take your opportunities, and that was a great opportunity for the Tigers. They tried that big punch play near the ruck and just couldn't handle. No chance now for the Kummels to work it away from their own territory and relieve a bit of pressure.
And this is going to be tough for the Hunters coming out of their own area. They showed plenty of starch in defence down the other end to put the pressure on the Tigers, but twice gave away penalties in the first few minutes. That's you've just got to cut those penalties out of your game, particularly in 2018. Here's a penalty against the Tigers.
Hand in the ruck this time. Kafusi getting up and Billy Walters querying the referee's call on that. They're the two areas the referees are really clamping down on. It's in the play the ball, any interference, and of course the 10 metres, and many of the they call them discretionary penalties come from that area.
So Boas finds touch, 5 short of halfway, 2 balls on the field at the moment. It is interesting, the decision to make. Jared McAnally, captain, on the wing. It shows the respect within the team for him, but there you saw Billy Walters being the one who actually had to query the referee about that penalty, because if the play's not on your wing, you're a long way from the action as a winger and captain. Anyway, here's the Hunters. And out of dummy half, working it away, there was Puara to the right. 30 metres out. Puara goes again. Steaming forward is Markey. Big body. And now Isak. 15 out, right in centre field. 5th tackle. Can go either way. They come left with Boas. Boas grubbers in behind. Oh, it's knocked on. I think it's been knocked on there. Linkport's off and running. He's playing on, but no, it's called back. Yeah, and that bobble did go forward.
Well, a couple of opportunities, Gav, for both sides so far, close to the try line. Neither could capitalise.
Yeah, no, it has been, David. Look, it's been a very exciting start from the Tigers and from the PNG side. You know, in that first play when Kafusi got levelled by the PNG player, he's had a couple of man overlap, I thought. So it was just one more pass perhaps, but that wasn't to be the case. But it's looking like a pretty entertaining game this afternoon.
So the knock on in the in-goal area, and it's going to be a dropout from Scott Drinkwater, who was very impressive last week against Wynnum, chiming into the back line. Had a field day out on the right-hand edge particularly. The dropout brought back by Dilbert Isak. With Stanton Albert starting on the bench today. And now Markey, similar pattern to the way the Hunters set up their last set. 20 metres out here. Puara, dummy half, and charging forward is Alu. Plays it back. Now, will they work it wide this time? It's Boas with the ball in hand. Gives it to his fullback, Weira, chiming in. Couldn't quite weave a way through the defence. Good defence, in fact, by the Tigers. Boas hands it off to Putt. Excellent Putt tackle. It's the 5th now. 1 more to go for the Hunters. Only 5 metres out. Boas calls for it and stabs it through, trying to force another one. Oh, and it's almost knocked back into play there, but it's gone dead off the Hunters. And it'll be a 20 tap as Port sprints back to the 20.
It's a fine line. That could have gone either way, but obviously the Hunters just took it dead. Now, Billy Walters now. No, it actually is Chris Ostwald out there in the number 14. They've made a bit of a late change there. Is it a number change? That might be Ollie Olds in 14. We'll double check that for you. Drinkwater comes out this side up there to Connor Carey. Got a good little step on him, plenty of strength as well. But he's tossed into the turf. Drinkwater up there to Brody Croft and then to Grote. Grote takes them on. He'll be running into a bit of match fitness now. Came back into the side after an extended period on the injured list at the start of the year, but played 3 or 4 weeks, turned back on the inside. Up there to Chase Blair, almost gets through, does well to keep the hands free. Pass there by Grote, went loose on the ground, picked up there by Boas, I think it is. And now a chance for the another penalty. Well, the penalty flooding. Really, Boas down injured. They can ill afford to lose his
you can see already how many times Watson and Assay Boas both on the field together and giving the Hunters the choice of 2 playmakers. We saw Charlie Simon kick down the right-hand side once, but Assay Boas is probably the central player the Hunters are going to produce today. I believe we have got Gavin Payne with us now. Well, you knew it. We weren't too sure. But, Gavin, what are you making of it so far?
Yeah, look, it's a pretty even start, isn't it? You know, a couple of times there, just in that set as well, the Tigers had a little bit of I thought had a little bit of an advantage in numbers down the outside, but good cover defence by the PNG Hunters. You know, the East handling again. You know, I heard you talk about 80% last week against Wynnum in both halves, which is excellent. You know, but at the moment, you know, I don't think other than penalties they've completed a set as yet. So you know, that's something that they need to smarten up on. Certainly, bit of concern here for Boas. Looks like a bit of a knee injury, and he's not looking too flash, boys.
No, not at all. A real worry for the Hunters. He's limping and going to try to continue by the look of it. The Hunters have got a penalty at least, but Boas will continue to get treatment on that ankle.
Got the magic spray out, boys.
As long as it does the job.
The Hunters up over the halfway line. No points scored yet by either side, 0-0 at this stage. But both sides have given away some pretty simple penalties in the play the ball. A good chance now for the Hunters to go on the attack. You are there a dummy half, throws a bit of a dummy, finds the big man in Mackie going straight up the middle. Just a settling play. They've got a good V shape either side of the ruck. Popped it out the back. A bit of a dummy. This is, I think, Wera. Position to attack from Purura. Runs out a dummy half. Juggled the ball, just held. Penalty, another penalty. Hand in the play the ball. Well, it's an interesting ruling this, Warren. You are allowed to tackle with your hands around the ball. You can't just leave them there after the tackle has been effected. If you're in there delaying the play the ball, then you should, and rightly so, get penalised. Here's the juggling act, and then you are quite entitled to wrap up ball and all. And there's a second effort coming in, and they're grabbing. So that's what the penalty is for, and rightly so there. You aren't allowed to have that second go at it. If you happen to be tackling and you end up wrapping the ball up, that's fine, providing you release at the back end of the tackle.
Yeah, exactly. And the decision for the Hunters has been to go for the penalty goal, which is the pattern we're seeing in the NRL so much these days, that teams are taking the 2 points on offer, which I'm finding a bit disappointing, that the Alfie Langer spirit of taking a quick tap seems to have disappeared from the game. I can understand it, though. When there's more penalty goals to be had, you can accumulate 6, 8, 10 points. Boas moves in, not a particularly convincing kick, but it's between the posts. He is still limping, but hasn't prevented him taking the penalty goal on offer. 2 points to 0 in favour of the PNG Hunters over the Tigers at Suzuki Stadium.
This is like the old days, Warren, in the 60s and 70s, when you bought a double and you wanted the kickers, because the referees would be blowing penalties from every scrum. There weren't differential penalties. You just hoped to get 1 and 1, or a winger that was the kicker. And we've wound the clock back 40 and 50 years. Everybody now wants the kicker. We want to see attacking football.
So Scott Drinkwater has it for the Tigers and drives it down. A slip there for the fullback Adex Wera. maybe just as the sun drops, we might see it a little more dew and a little more slipping from the players, if that's an indication. Hopefully not. PNG with winger Rao playing it. So far both teams have looked pretty well organised in attack. We haven't seen much flow in the play due to some penalties and one or two mistakes, but both teams to me are got pretty good shape about what they're trying to do, just haven't been able to get any momentum into the game yet.
Huge 10 metres, that was at least 12 metres, and this is really opening up the game and allowing that sort of play up the middle.
Yeah, that was an ambitious pass from Dilbert Isak in traffic, tried to force the offload and down it went. The Tigers have it 10 short of halfway with Blair. This will be looking to force his way into the Storm outfit over the State of Origin period. Curtis Scott due back from suspension for them shortly. And Billy Walters out of dummy half, running, bumps away from the first impact. 30 metres out for the Tigers. With Croft inside to Grote. Spins away from the attempted tackle there of Radley Brawa. Now Croft calls for it, inside ball again, and a chance for Svensson, halfway through, just pulled down from behind. Last tackle, penalty for the Tigers, and no thought of a sin bin yet in the referee's mind, but the Tigers now, will they take the two to level it up? Walters might look, yeah, he's going to take the tap. I like the attitude. Charge ahead from Grenke. Right in centre field. But Grenke plays it. Dummy to the front man, Grote. Out the back to Drinkwater. Lovely pass to the wing and a chance. And he's over. Great try from Linkport. Good try. Or is it? Yes, I think it was Linkport diving over in the corner. Acrobatically. Finished it beautifully. Lovely long pass from Drinkwater there. Put together well by the Tigers. Yeah, and they backed themselves, didn't they? They had that penalty right in front. They could have squared it up at 2-2. Poor fellow who's got the kickers in the double. He's missed out. He thought he had it won. But good work from what they've done is they've backed themselves. This is a very good attacking side, especially with Scotty Drinkwater swooping into that back line. Here's big Matt Grote going up the middle. They do certainly need to change their dummy halves. There's Billy Walters, Croft, back on the inside to Svensson. He nearly went all the way through. Desperate defence there by Alu. And then that was where the penalty came. They decided to take the tap and run it. And were able to capitalise. Good work. Linkport, who's always dangerous on this right side. Settling ruck initially, just setting up for this play. Grinky it is. Settles it to the left. Opens up things for this right-hand side. Up there to Brodie Croft. Lets one go. Finds Drinkwater. Face ball out there to Linkport. And he goes across in the corner where Junior Rao couldn't position himself to prevent that clear run to the corner. And a brilliant conversion already taken by Brodie Croft from the sideline and landing that. Look at, here it is. And this is a perfect conversion. Beautiful. You can see not much wind to worry about. And it's the Tigers leading the Hunters 6 points to 2 after 16 minutes on the black and white cab scoreboard. Gavin, are you with us?
Yeah, got you, boys. Got you. Can you hear me, mate? That was a really good try by the Tigers. They've, as I've said previously, they've had in a bit of trouble down this right-hand side, but don't underestimate the quality of that pass from Drinkwater. Beautiful pass out to Port for that try, and the wingers just know how to get to the try line, don't they? So very encouraging. Boys, on the penalties that keep coming, we've turned our game into a game of rugby typically, where we're taking penalty goals all the time. I, like you, like to see the attack in footy, and I think we'll see plenty of it from both sides this afternoon once they settle in.
Yep, I think you're right. I hope you're right. Here's Grote charging ahead for the Tigers. 20 short of halfway. Walter's still in a dummy half, so he's wearing the number 6, but he hasn't spent any time in the number 6 role. It's more the dummy half all the way so far for Billy Walters. Now cutting back inside is Kafusi. He runs into some heavy weather though. Walters is there to take the pass, dummying his way away from tacklers. Olds follows him. That's good support play by Ollie Olds. He didn't drop off, fall asleep, or just leave it to Billy Walters. He was there on the halfway. Walters to the left. Quick pass from Drinkwater. And Blair making more ground because he got the pass so late the defence just couldn't put a good hit on him. 35 out. They go to the same way. The short side. Walters throws the pass and have to go back and pick it up. Still alive, though, on the last tackle. Oles puts it up.
Awkward.
The Welsh international makes it difficult for Weir at the back. It's going to bounce all the way over the dead ball line. That's unlucky for the Tigers. Probably deserved a better result, though, to be fair. The handling was somewhat clumsy as they attacked that short side.
Yeah, they were got a desperate kick in, but gee, it was an awkward one, as you say, Warren. Defenders, there it is there. Great spiralling kick by Ollie Oles, and was somewhat unfortunate. Those balls can bounce from anywhere, can be down like that. For it to bounce